is present.
Put your name on it.
And we are back broadcasting. Check it out. Because I can't not broadcast. I don't know. I've never explained this to you, but as I told Doug ages ago, this is just my way of remembering all the games we play.
It is nice to have a record of it.
I don't know. I've never explained this to you, but as I told Doug, we're gonna freak a lot of people out because we're here on a Sunday morning.
Oh, how do I change my color back to being white again?
You just click on yourself, your name on the list of players.
Uh-huh.
And one of the drop downs will be change color.
Choose color. It doesn't seem like it'll let me be white. I guess, does it necessarily matter?
No, it doesn't matter at all. Oh, it's because I'm white. Let me get out of here.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's all right.
No, I need to be gray anyway, so I can see both die rolls. There you go.
You know, I've heard that about you, that you're really white.
That's
There's a malicious rumor going around.
Oh my goodness. Sean Connery. There we go. All right, I'm just gonna let my Twitter feed know what I'm up to. We got a whole lot of people on Twitter interested. Blucher sets people on their ear, apparently. It's got a constituency.
Huh. It definitely does, and I can tell you that it's fast becoming a favorite of mine.
Especially since you do realize I now have the 1809. Where are they? They are the Avon Napoleonic Fellowship out of Avon, England. And they have the 1809 campaign done for the Gneisenau campaign system.
Oh, cool.
They did that whole battle space as one of those, so you can play the whole thing. And oddly enough, I have all the figs done.
Yeah, that would work.
See if Hezrobel shows up to keep us straight. That up there. All right, a guy whose name on Twitter is Desay liked my tweet. There we go. My people are coming out of the weeds. I love you guys, you know that. Okay. One last stop, and we'll be good to go. Blucher. Dig it. Okay, I'm wildly curious to know if anybody... well, look at that. See how many people show up on a Sunday afternoon. Here we go. All right, we are no longer looking at Sean Connery. He has called us to order in his singlet. Is that a singlet, or that's a sarong? What do we call that?
I'm not sure that we need to delve into that too deeply.
Very good. And when we last left our Dowdy Adventures, it was turn 23, which tells me it is a French turn. So, Zeke, if you would give Doug some mo dice.
Oh, gosh, it's stacking them up, but that was the...
Oh, let me get rid of them. Let me get rid of them for you. That's the one thing that dice roller does. I'll go get rid of Doug's. Now, there you go.
All right, I'll roll.
Get rid of Doug's, too.
Okay, you're good to go.
All right. Okay, well.
Anybody see anybody?
Ahead.
Is there any seeing?
Oh,
that could be seeing. That's seeing.
Yep, that's seeing. That's probably it, though.
right, as seeing has concluded, it is now the time of the activating of cores.
All right. Well, in the interest of actually having something happen, let's activate the boys in the 3rd Division over here for a core activation.
All right.
It's 4 of them.
I'm going to give these Grinzers trees to hide behind.
So, chunk. There's those guys.
Is the sight range only one base width in
It-
forest?
Let me get it. I'm pretty sure there's no shooting in the forest.
Oh, okay.
Unless your front edge is sitting outside the trees.
Right. It's close combat time.
Yep. Which, let's be clear, at this scale, close combat includes shooting.
Right.
Okay.
When 1 inch is 100 yards, 108 yards, I think, in Blucher, it works out to. When 1 inch is 108 yards, yeah, even though you're touching each other, you're still shooting. Which is partially why long-range fire is so seemingly ineffectual.
Because it's really far.
I mean, you figure you're firing 600 yards, notionally. I don't know how many Napoleonic armies would have actually engaged at 600 yards.
No, you might get some rifle armed skirmishers, but other than that,
Right.
not happening.
What are those guys doing?
Woo! We're a propeller.
How sad, Your Majesty, drunk again.
He'll be coming round the mountain when he comes. All right. Still got Mo dice?
Yep, that was 4 so far. Yeah, you're good to go.
Correct. All right. So we will activate. We will activate these 5.
Excellent. The
They will.
Pig of Royth having
leave-
taken to the trees.
Right. They will leave the Pig of Royth behind.
I really must get a shot of the Pig of Royth.
You know, I'm crossing the historical battlefield. There's just nobody there.
Yep. That's not wrong.
All right, that took me to 9. Do I have any more?
Yep, still good.
All right.
I almost say you guys have been rolling nuts for Modai. When you figure
Yeah, we really have.
When you figure the average should run to 9.
Like, we haven't had anybody who's just rolled like 3 1s or anything
Right.
like that. Like,
Right. That's what I'm thinking. Well, shoot. I mean, I was expecting like a 7. You know.
Right.
yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do a core activation here of the 57th line and the 10th light.
Okay.
So the 57th line is not actually going to move.
All right.
And he's just going to go skating across the board as if it were ice.
Here we go.
That's more like what we want. All right, so that was 2 more.
Total
Okay,
of 11.
Still good to go. Yep.
Wow.
Right, so it edge to edge or center to
It's
edge?
in this point. It's nearest point to nearest point.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and 4 more. Activate these guys of the 4th Division.
Very good.
Woo woo!
Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. The pig of Royth has become scared and is now peering this way. I've also gotten 6 requests to post this on Tabletop Simulator. Like, that's
Well, that's a good thing.
yeah. Start a way of playing, guys. Let's do it. Play games with your friends.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, you are out of movement.
All right.
Not surprised at that.
Looks like you'd like to. My guess is you're going to want to shoot those horsies in the fanny.
I indeed need to do that.
That's 57. That's the mighty men of the 57th line.
Yep.
The Wrens. That's going to be that. However, is close range, n'est-ce pas?
Yep.
Okay, so you're not going to take your penalty. 57th line, Lorenz, 7, no penalty. 7 dice, no bonus, because those are not infantry. 7 dice looking for 6s.
And we did get 1.
Stutterheim. Pew, down to 3 Elan.
They're not happy about that.
No. They're questioning their life choices, no doubt about it. I think that's going to be it, right?
That's going to be it.
All right, we rolled a turn 24.
Gonna be it.
Some Mo dice for the Autrichien.
Boing. All right.
Okay.
I suppose we should check. Is there any seeing that could be done here? I don't believe so. I think those guys are going to screen those guys.
Yep.
And everybody else is seeing. Okay, so there is no seeing. I think we're going to rename it the seeing phase.
Only seems reasonable.
All right, I'm going to activate. I'm going to activate all 5 of these units here.
That seems fair. Suppose we can show our home viewers what Doug rolled. I should do that one.
Do a difficult move with the Hussars.
Okay. Oh, they got an order they didn't like. It's like, what? We're doing what, sir? Why?
It can only wheel up to 45.
No, it's 360.
Oh, okay.
360. Yeah, that is a wonderful clarification from our guy Hasdrubal last night.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's 360 on a simple move and
360.
45.
it's 360 on a simple, and then pretty much no matter what you do, you're gonna. I gotta reread that rule to see what the distinction is, but I'm pretty sure it's basically just if you want to face the way. If you don't want to face the way you move, you're in a difficult move, no matter what the terrain is.
Okay.
Right.
For incredibly simple rules, which these are, there's just there are these subtleties. I like them. I do, because they make sense, and clearly Sam has thought a lot about them.
Right. No, I agree. I think that's exactly the case. They are simple and yet
Okay. Do I still have any movement?
Surprisingly, yes.
I think I'm going to drop down to brigade movements and just move this cavalry here.
All right.
So
Another 2.
Okay. Do I still have movement?
You do.
Okay. Let's do.
All right, so this is I just reread the rule and it's pretty straightforward. It's you're always moving in a straight line.
Right.
You can only pivot once. The difference between is that with a difficult move you can pivot at the beginning or the end.
Right. In a simple move, you have to pivot at the beginning.
Yep. That's really the only distinction.
Okay. And so it's a 360 regardless.
Yep.
I'm down with that.
It reflects the fact that I know we've talked a lot about it. It's interesting, ESR, Essence Resultat, which does this at the battalion level, has the same level of difficulty in terms of deploying that we've seen over here, how long it takes for units to get into a formation.
Right.
They just enforce it by a series of die rolls. I like ESR. I'm not sure this isn't more elegant. It just makes you do it that way.
Right.
I think I am going to activate these 6 units here.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I'm past.
Yeah, you're past core
Only
activations.
so let's adjust. I will move just this infantry unit then.
Okay, that's 2 more. Get you at 9.
Yeah, what you're going to have to do, there you go. You got to show the pivot, and there you go. And it's still giving me the wig. I think he's going to drop them, and they're going to fall down.
Yeah, exactly. I look at that, and I'm like, he's going to put that on that edge, and it's going to tip.
One thing you might want to do, Zeke, is lower your lift height. I think yours is a little high.
Oh, okay. Let me try my.
Drop it to nothing.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it really helps.
I just noticed how high those guys were off the map.
What is that under? I guess
It's that guy lifting weights up at the upper right.
Oh, okay. Lift height. Gotcha. Just drop it to nothing.
Yeah.
All right. Let me just try. Oh, okay. Cool. Okay. Do I still have any movement?
That was 2 more, Doug.
Yeah, I got it. That was the 9. Took him to 9.
Mhm.
So yes, you do.
Okay. Let's case.
You got 4 viewers this early on a Sunday. Hey, everybody.
I'm going to bring. So I'll push this artillery battery a little further.
Well, great minds think alike, because I was sitting here going, boy, if I was going to do anything, I'd unmask that artillery battery.
As these Stutterheim boys come hauling through the trees, shoot! Shoot!
Not a lot of room for. Okay. Any movement left?
So that took you to 11, and you do.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'll bring one more artillery battery forward then.
Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. That is the official sound that all artillery batteries make.
Okay. All right. Any movement left?
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay. Let's bring. I think I will try and bring some grenadiers forward.
And that would be it.
Okay.
Very good. Any? Well, I don't think I saw any shooting behavior.
Can I do the these guys out here?
Which guys were? I'm sorry.
Oh,
Oh
the,
yes, by all
squares,
means.
yeah.
Yeah. My bad.
That's okay.
Why don't you shout at me and tell me? Are we close range or long range? And remember, that's measured from center.
These guys are within 3 over here.
That's got to be measured from center.
Oh.
And oof.
Not quite.
Not quite.
Okay.
So that's long, and that's going to be over here to the nearest target, I think.
Okay.
And then these guys are... Oof. That is wildly close, but I think you got these guys. Yep. Just barely. But these guys are just at the edge of long range. 2 long-range shots. Which one do you want to start with?
I'll do 2nd Brigade, Radzovjevic into the Light Cavalry Brigade B.
Okay, where's my guys, Radisovich? Where did they go? Where in the heaven's name did they go? Radisovich. Stutterheim, I got them getting
Is it
shot.
these guys?
2nd Brigade, which is it? Regiment
Always.
13. It's actually the regiment number is the most useful. Is it Guard Infantry?
It
Is it
doesn't-
Grenzer Infantry Regiment 13?
No, all it says on this one is just 2nd Brigade, Radzovjevic, 4-L, or 4/L is the...
Okay. Why am I not
Weird.
seeing
I wonder
their-
if just the name on the...
Why am I not seeing their card? Hang on a second. Yeah, because Radyevich because there's your IR-21 from Valdek. Yeah, I mislabeled. Okay, that's something I got to fix, because those are the Grenzers.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the Grenzers. Okay. They are here. I just got to label them. See, that's why I didn't post it. I wanted to see if I made any mistakes. And I did. That's these guys right here. That is 6. However, they are halved because of the range. That takes them to 3. They're shooting at cavalry, so they don't get their skirmish bonus.
Okay.
But they have a cannon, so that takes them to 4. 4 dice looking for 6s.
Yeah,
here we
that's
go.
what we did last time. 4 dice, and
Oh.
last time the other one was 3.
one of the-
There's one.
Ooh.
I'll have to delete the other...
What's that?
I have those extra dice over here too, but...
Okay, I'll get that. But at least it logged it, and so that was B. Jacquinot takes 1. Is that the first hit on them?
So...
Jacquinot B. Jacquinot A. Jacquinot B. First wound takes them to 5 alone. There's your dice rollers. Let's get rid of this nonsense. If only it were so easy in real life. Alright, who's next?
Okay, so next is 2nd Brigade, number 21, von Waldeck into the 3rd Light Hussars, Cavalry Brigade B.
2nd Brigade ACL von Waldeck. They too get that thing. So they have attached artillery, so 6-3, that's 4 dice looking for 6s.
Okay, here we go. No hits.
Alright, nothing.
Okay. And I don't think I have anybody else who can shoot.
A lot of moves, so no moves shoot. Nothing here. Alright, that should be it.
Here we go.
Alright, so that takes us to turn 25.
Okay, and the Mo dice.
Doug, do you have any... Is there any seeing?
I
Hasdrubal found us. Everybody look normal. And he
I
posted...
don't believe there's anything sighted.
This cavalry here, can this cavalry here see this unit near pairing?
Jacquinot. 12 inches. That has to be measured from center, though, and I don't think he's going to be
Yeah,
able to.
he's through the town.
Nope.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he's coming up
Okay.
behind pairing. Screened by a town, as well as Durin's house and Our Lady of Perpetual Motion.
And you know how big Durin's house is.
Durin's house is very, very big.
Well, it's wide, but not that tall.
Right. And the roofs are at 5 feet.
Right. Okay. What to do?
I don't know.
time to get the cavalry out of there, as much as I'd rather do other things. All right, so we're going to activate the cavalry here.
Okay.
And start by going and some yakety sacks. What's the Elan on a Joel B?
Should be 5, if memory serves. Peugeot 5, yes.
Well, he's trimming that. Like a straight, he's not. All right, just getting out of there.
Tactical withdrawal.
Not a fight for light cavalry.
Yeah, these goofballs in square. Yeah, no.
Well, grenadiers coming up the other side,
And guns, and guns sitting behind them.
and guns. The gun. It was tempting to try and sneak in on the guns, but not that tempting. Okay, got Mo dice.
Yep, you're good to go.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and activate the 4 units of 3rd Division. Yeah, we ain't going that far. All right.
Okay, you're still good to go.
Let's go ahead and activate these 5 boys of 4th Division over here.
All right.
they're hung up on a stump.
It's under there. You don't have to move. Just let me figure out what they're sitting. What is that? Oh, it's a tree that was inverted.
Said they're hung up on a stump.
So just so, I guess. That's a weird stump, though.
A Thulu stump.
Roger that.
Actually, these guys too.
What's all this? There it is. Someone was flipping
They
my
knocked that tree over.
Somebody was flipping my trees.
Mm-hmm. All right, still got dice?
Nope, you're out. That was exactly it.
All right.
No shooting that I can see. And no melees. Alright. So that takes 26? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess I suppose, well, is there anything you can see? Nope.
Just out of reach. Okay. Let's do.
Due to my trees. I have to employ a full-time arborist to deal with this.
I'm gonna do core movement, but just with these batteries and this brigade here.
Okay, so a total of 2.
This guy, I just.
Sheltering the pig of Royth behind these trees.
Royth seems like a short story that Tolkien should have written. was included in Farmer Giles of Ham.
There, yes. Yes, I can only agree.
Okay. I guess I still have movement.
Yep.
Oh, that was a scant
Okay.
2.
I'll activate.
Gotta have at least one other point.
Okay. Uh-oh.
I guess I have to see them in order to initiate a charge, right? And to see them, I would need to already be within 3 inches.
That's a fascinating question. I'm glad you're asking it. The charge. Who may charge whom? It can see, which is in legal reach of a charge move. Charge move. 45, and then it will be remembered that it's actually 6 inches. Yeah, you're not going to be able to charge, unless Hasdrubal wants to tell me different. I don't see how you can charge, given that you have to be able to see the person you're charging.
Gotcha.
I think I believe you could move into contact,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think you get that bonus 6 inches, because I think the argument is you literally can't see them.
Right, so I don't even know they're there to attack.
You suspect something is out there, because God knows they're making enough noise. I mean, this is... What about...
About 3,000 men there.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got 3,000 guys pushing up the hill.
I think what I'm gonna. So can I strategic move with all three? Or I'm sorry.
Reserve
what's the
move?
word? Reserve move with these 3 brigades here.
You can't reserve move him, because you got to be flipped.
Okay, gotcha. So I think then. No, that's too much. I'll never. Okay, I'm just gonna move these guys. I'll activate these 3 brigades here from 4th Corps.
Okay.
Just gonna bring them
Yep.
close. I'm not into the woods, but
Right.
close to the woods.
They are approaching the trees.
Apologies if you can hear me chewing. My wife just brought me cooked Christmas cookies.
Well, you should eat them.
Nice. Okay, so that was 3 more. Do I have any movement?
Sadly, yes.
Okay. Let's do.
Well,
So-
go ahead.
Oh, so if I wanted to, so these guys are a total of 9 inches away. So could I move them 6 inches and then 6 inches to attack this hussar unit if I wanted to?
If you can't charge, but and the other thing is you've got to go straight, so you're not going to be able to get there.
Gotcha. Okay.
And cavalry can't charge through trees.
Okay.
Because the easiest thing to do, if you could, would be to pivot a
Right.
little bit left and then go straight, but you're going to hit these trees.
Gotcha. All right, I think I'm gonna do some brigade movement.
Almost
then.
as if I had considered that.
I want to do these cavalry here.
What one's where? Sorry.
Oh, these hussars over.
Ah, very good. Just wanted to show folks the picture.
Gotcha. So these have a total. I can bring these up to 12 in open ground.
Correct.
There. Do I still have any movement?
Other than 2 more.
Affirmative. Yep.
Okay.
You do.
I think I'm just going to adjust this this brigade's alignment here.
Picture 9.
Oh, okay, so wait a minute. Hasdra will straighten this out for me. When you say you have to be revealed when you're activated, that's... So basically you get 1 turn for reserve move and you're done? And no, Epic Fox, that's not on you, that's on me. I'm the one watching the chat. I'm just curious, so I come on the board. Oh, okay. All right. So y'all are active. All this stuff is seen.
Oh.
Yeah. Once you're activated, you're flipped. So you get that 1 turn to do a reserve move.
Oh wow. Okay. So
Interesting.
does that mean these guys here
Yep.
are flipped as
Yep.
well?
They've been flipped. I mean, and again, it has had 0 effect on the game,
Right.
but it's still the right way to do it. We should do that. And Hasdrubal is pointing out that visibility is 3 inches in the trees, which is true. Problem is, these guys are more than that apart, so... So the point still stands, namely, you're not going to be able to really take advantage of that nice 6-inch charge thingy. Alright, I'll give you guys a second to put your units out. I'll grab these and put them over in these setups. Yeah, before I post this, I'm going to set up separate... As I said, I'm going to set up separate tables for these. So people can sort by... Get a nice picture of Davout and a nice picture of Charles sleeping. There are a lot of French fellows coming up through those trees. And I guess that means you've got to kick in this grenadier, too.
Oh right, yeah.
Nope, that's 3rd Brigade. That one. Yep. Interesting. All right, good note. Have a hunch we're going to be playing a bit more Blucher, so might as well get it right.
So the card's labeled the 111th, but these guys are labeled the... Wait a minute, that's...
Where are we at?
Yeah, no, that's got to be it. So Ervo here is listed as the 111th line.
Yep. Your unit is labeled.
The 11th line.
Ooh, I missed a 1. Where'd they go? Over there. Scooch.
Right there.
Like I say, wasn't ready to post it. Oh, look. I found their lost 1.
It was in the couch cushions.
It was. Next to the Christmas cookies. All right. Everybody out now?
Almost.
The game's done and it's time to go. Oh, okay. Amen.
All right.
You're out and good?
Yep.
Cool. Ooh, quite the tableau now. Awesome.
Okay, you were at 9.
Okay. Am I still good to go?
Yep.
All right. Let's see.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, Hezrubal. I just can't stand that look. I can't stand it.
I think I'm going to move. I'll just move this individual cavalry regiment here.
Good. Okay. Took you to 11. For the record, Hasdrubal, the cards don't bother me at all.
Really?
I like the minis, but the cards don't bother me at all.
Oh, you're saying just playing with cards?
These markers,
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine with. In fact, my compromise would probably be to put some of my 2mm mounted on the cards.
I keep forgetting you have 2mm. That's some sort of mental disease, you know.
So I guess that's. Do I have any more movement? That's it for me, right?
No, you're done. You're exactly at 11, which is what you rolled.
Right,
Any
so on
shooting?
to-
Any shooting behavior?
Let's see. So I have Una, just
Probably just barely.
one more time.
Yeah, it's right at 6, I'd say.
Okay. I guess these are probably the only people I have shooting then.
Who's that?
This Grinzer's over here.
All right, so I believe we determined that to be a 4.
Correct.
4, no bonus.
Okay. Here we go. One hit.
There's
Ooh.
one.
And who are they shooting at?
The Peugeot B.
Peugeot B. Down to 4. I mean, for the sake of argument, because we are experimenting, I'm just curious. 20 Van Bieber. I mean, this is what a lot of folks do.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, that's interesting.
I mean, it's not horrid.
No, I have no problem with that.
I do like that.
And then I just wind up, I would probably join them right to it
Mm-hmm. That's what I would do.
rather than have them wander around.
Yeah, I might even shrink them just a little.
Well, the problem is they're already tiny for the scale of the map.
Yeah, but you zoom in on them, you still can see them.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the dudes and let the.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Let the card be the scale.
Mm-hmm. Right.
On the other hand, you like 2mm figs.
I do. I also like smoke on the battlefield.
That's
So
true.
I'm a big one for. Can you make it hard to see?
Yeah, Hasdrubal. Well, he likes Doug's mindset, but now he shows his disapproval by saying 2mm. I will not go below 6.
Come on.
No, I and personally, I love 2mm, but if I'm going to do 2mm, I'm just going to do 1-to-1 games. To be honest.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because that's what that's for. You get your your units of blue guys and your unit of red guys, and you line them up at true battalion scale.
Yep. They do very nicely for that.
All right, so that was the Austrian move, right?
Yeah.
Cool. French need some dice. Oh, well, that also moves us to turn 27. It bears mention that
clouds are gathering.
We see clouds gathering on the horizon. That thunderstorm could be coming.
All right, you good to go?
Okay. As much as I, once again, don't like this, we'll activate the cavalry over here.
All right.
All right.
Even though I've only got a morale of 7, I really can't afford to get these guys too beat up.
That's an excellent point. Especially since Pajol has been taking these pew-pews in his backside.
Right.
They're horsies, Doug. They got to move a 6.
Oh, that's right. That'll help.
And so you would get 3 more. You don't get a full 6. You already moved.
No, you're right. You're right.
There you go. But still.
Still, that helps. As it will for these gents.
So what was your opinion, Zeke? Did you like him with the bases underneath him?
I think I like that. I just like to be able to look out and see what the morale of each of the units is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it is nice to be able to keep track of what each one's, like the ones that have artillery attached to them or that have skirmish ability.
Yeah. Okay.
It is nice.
Nope. I also do like the fact that this game does allow infantry to scare off cavalry in the right circumstances.
It does. Which I think is a fault of many Napoleonic systems to not allow that.
Correct.
All right, so that was 4. Do I assume I have more?
Yep, you're still good to go.
Hey, it's Bloody Bill. How you doing? Yeah, Epic Fox. This whole 2mm thing, I don't know. At that point, I'm playing with chits.
Okay, these 5.
Them 5 fellers.
Okay.
All right. You're out of movement actually now.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, this time I actually only rolled. I think this is the lowest one we've had so far. I only rolled a 6.
A 6. That was a heck of a time for that to happen.
Yeah.
All
right.
I don't think. Do we have any shooting? I don't think we do.
Oh, we
I
know.
think those horse have gotten out of dodge.
Right.
All right.
All right, some Austrians.
We take ourselves to turn 28. Austrians need some modes.
Got him.
Okay. Just measure something.
Yeah, I was, Bloody Bill, it's interesting. I was thinking about that because when I put the base underneath it, unless I do what Doug suggested, which is shrink the figs, which isn't too bad, I don't want to cover up the bonuses.
Mm-hmm.
Just looking at because the lowest one will always show, but if you've got for example, if you've got 2 of them, I don't know how well that's going to look.
Okay, I want to do a core activation just for these 2 cavalry units.
Those 2 fellers right there. Okay.
Okay, I guess I still have movement.
Yep.
All right, I'll activate these 3 units of 4 core over here.
Yep, I don't hate it.
Okay, do I still have movement?
You do?
All right. Going to activate then these 4 units of infantry in here that didn't maneuver here.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Do I still have movement?
You do.
I think I'm
Here's
going
the
to-
problem with that movement. Let me show you
Okay.
something. Because you've got to, it's what I was talking about. And put you back to 3 inches, which are about there. You can only turn at the beginning or the end of your move. So if you want to go this way, you've got to face to your left, and then you're going to be stuck facing left at the end of your turn.
Right.
Okay. Even if it's the difficult
Yes, that's the
Yeah.
thing I was. That's the thing I read when we started today.
move. Oh,
Yeah, you
okay.
can
Because it's
at the
only
beginning or the end, but not both.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay.
And believe me, it's taken me forever to get that in my thick skull.
I'll keep them. I'll keep them here. Okay. So that's it for that movement. I think what I would like to do is do a reserve move with these 3 grenadier units here and try and pass them kind of along over here and up there.
Well, be talking. Well, where's your? The problem is he's still got these guys right there. So your radius, you're going to have to be here.
Okay. I guess could I cross?
Oh, you know what?
like,
Well, yeah, he
crosswalk?
can see. He can see through those trees because he gets 3 inches. So it's as long as you're staying to the south of.
Pretty much
Oh,
this
never
way.
mind. Never mind. Pairing's here.
Yeah.
Duh.
Can't see through that.
Nope. Can't see through a town. So as long as you clear out there,
Okay.
as
So I
long
guess
as
I'll
you
just.
come south of that,
Okay. All right. So.
but you've got to go straight because you're not
Unless
following
you're
the
following
road.
a road.
Right. You've got to go straight.
Oh, gotcha. So I need to turn and then I'm just straight across.
Yep. That's fine.
This is.
And you're going to get binged right back there.
Yeah, because those guys are going to see you
Yeah, we're going to see him.
there.
Okay. So say they stop right about here.
Right.
Okay.
And then they got to flip.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just bring the other guys up right behind them.
I'm gonna do the thing. I'm doing the thing.
Okay.
So I'll handle it. 3rd Grenadier Brigade. It's actually-
Okay. Am I out of movement?
At here. Believe it or not, no.
No. Okay. So then I will. Oh, okay, I see. So that makes it hard for. I wouldn't be able to even adjust this part of the battle line without turning them completely around, moving them back a little bit, and then next turn flipping them back around. That makes sense.
Correct.
Okay. Let's see if there's anybody else around here. I guess I need to bring these guys up. I'll activate. I'll activate this infantry brigade and the hussars here.
Okay.
Okay, that's it for that movement.
And you're done.
Okay.
Any shooting behavior?
I think I have 8 shots. Yeah. I think I'm out of range everywhere.
I'm gonna put the information about the bonuses of each unit in the tooltip.
That would help.
Because now, for example, if you see what I'm doing here, if you mouse over them, it says sword, shield, gun.
I mean, you could even list the Elan and make it editable.
I've wondered about that. That actually was my other thought. I don't know. Is that's that crazy?
I mean, just because you couldn't do that in with real miniatures is no reason
to not take advantage of the technology we're given.
Right.
You're probably right. I'm gonna think about that some before I get this thing online.
It'd be turn 29.
All right, so at the end of this turn, Doug will roll. But this turn happens first.
Okay. So, roll dice. All right, you're good to go.
All right. We're going to activate these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units right here.
Okay. The Great Recessing Forest.
So we're just going to hit Mr. Woods right there. Artillery's got how far?
2-1. So 3 or 6 if you're that's a
Yeah. He could get right up behind, snugged into these guys, even though he can't get through there. All right. Do I still have Mo?
Yep, still good.
Okay. What the hell characteristics does Devu have anyway?
vigorous. I bet you'd like to know what vigorous means.
Well, it's printed right on here
Oh, very good.
and attached to a core. The cost of activation is halved. All right, let's go ahead and activate these gentlemen of the 3rd Division over here.
Okay.
It's 4 more. So we're basically just trying to poke out there, Jim.
I think that's fair. And yeah, that's fair. Can't shoot at him anyway, but
What's that?
can't shoot at him anyway.
Well, if I'm poking out, I can.
Yeah, but not if you move.
No, not this turn.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Still got dice?
No, that's it. We only had 7 this turn.
Wow. All right.
Well,
Le-
and
the
he's
Boo is lethargic in the afternoon.
so
He is not vigorous.
he was not in fact vigorous. So no shooting that I can see.
Mm-mm.
No melees. So Doug, let me get up the chart. Let me tell you what the stakes are here. I guess.
Oh,
Yes.
do I shoot? Sorry, do I shoot the Von Beeper into this line brigade over here?
You do that in your turn.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Weather. The game will end if you roll a 6 on a 1d6.
Nope.
No thunderstorms yet. Off to turn 30. So some Mo dice for the Austrians.
Okie dokie.
Some nervous times now.
All right. I'm gonna start by.
Well, I mean, realistically, it's a draw because there's only 4 turns left.
Well, there's a chance for a melee out here. Is there enough
Well,
for
there's
7?
a chance for a melee, but there isn't. I don't know that anybody's going to lose that much.
Right. That's fair.
I'm gonna activate these 4 brigades in the woods.
Okay.
So if I want to move into close contact, I
Now,
guess now's a good time to find out how that works.
yeah. in this case, the thing is, there's no conforming in Blucher. It's
Okay.
it's hitting where you hit. So you can turn. This is where you turn up to 45 degrees and go straight ahead. So, and it's where you hit him that matters. So you can go 45 degrees, and then you can see him now. So you get full 6 inches. So stop right there. That's what you get, and that's gonna. So you see, you've contacted him here, but not him here.
Okay. All right. So then I'll keep going. So I'm gonna just
Mm-hmm.
wheel about.
And bonk.
Stop right there, I guess.
Yeah.
Then, see, I don't know if he's going to be able to come in or not. It's not the best.
Yeah, you're kind of moving at a slant.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
so let
that's
me just
not.
bring it. So I'll just bring him here, and then can I rotate him like
Yep,
normal?
because you
normal
moved straight.
British
You
move?
did not turn earlier, so now you can pivot.
I'll just go like
That's legit.
these guys. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
just right in behind them. Okay. Do I still have movement?
You do.
Let's see. So the foot artillery. This only has this battery here. It has a range of. I guess
Artillery.
it's the same. Like
No, artillery range is standard, and it is short is 6, long is 24.
okay. All right. So I guess I'm just gonna take these. Oh wait, no. Just do 4 activations. I'll activate these 2 brigades in the back here.
Okay.
What's it for?
Get these out of here for you.
Okay. Do I still have movement?
That was 2 more.
Yes.
Um, I'm gonna activate just individually this artillery battery here.
Okay.
Heal him a little bit. Just check the raid notes. Okay, that's good. Do I still have movement?
Yeah.
All right. I do.
Goodness, you gotta go see what he rolled.
I'm going to move this singular grenadier unit back here.
Okay.
Is the town considered tough going or like difficult?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. So, and I guess do I still have movement?
You're done.
Okay.
My goodness. Don't we have some things to do? Shooting. I assume Von Bieber would like to shoot Boyer here.
Yeah.
It's going to be close range. Which regiment Von Bieber is that, please?
That's number 38.
38.
38 Von Bieber, that has an extra die. That's going to be 7 dice, but do you get a... I can never remember. Does that count for cover for you, Doug?
I think it does.
Because you're poking out that wee bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would think so.
Yeah, I think that was the point, that you stayed in the woods and you poked your front out to shoot, and that was cover.
Yeah, that's cover. So that is what we say is a disadvantage or a... What's the term that they use? I know it's a bonus if you're good, but if it's a penalty. Artillery. That is not an artillery penalty. Oh, there it is. Wait, it's here. It's you are not skirmishing. You are not firing at artillery or cavalry. You are not firing a target at the crest of the hill.
There we go. Yeah, so they're not covered. It would be a penalty for artillery.
Yeah, so it is not a penalty
for infantry.
So they're going to get all their stuff. Interesting. Okay. So I believe we looked.
Oh, wait a minute.
Go ahead.
Universal modifier.
But that's
well, maybe that's for combat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So 7 dice.
So Von Bieber, actually, yes, 7 dice because you get the bonus for having the attached guns. 7 dice, no bonus. You need 6s.
Okay, here we go.
1 hit.
One hit.
And that was on
21st line.
Yeah, I can see what the advantage is now. Well, we learn things the hard way. There it is. Very good. And now combats.
We have Liechtenstein into the 12th line.
First light into Boyer's 12th line. Let's start at the very beginning. And thank you very much for keeping these as straight as you possibly could. So Doug, yeah, that doesn't count. So you've got a base of 6. And you said that's Liechtenstein from that light division. Base of 6. Oh, and Liechtenstein is undersized.
Okay.
So there's 2 bases of 6 with the undersized, but let's take a look at our modifiers. Over here. 6 to 6. There is no flanking, not prepared infantry. Here we are. No swords, no steadies. Defender is not entrenched. The defender, however, is in difficult terrain. So that's a drop to a 5. Where's that undersized? Is that over here? It is.
Yep.
There it
Oh,
is.
here
And
it
that's
is.
a -5 also. Or -1 also. 5 to
Right,
5.
it's -1.
5 to 5. Both you gentlemen are looking for 4s.
Oh, I'm taking the -1 because I'm in difficult
Yep.
terrain.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's in difficult terrain.
Oh, of course he is. Of course, I'm stupid. Forgive me. So it's 5 to 4.
Okay.
That's 2 there.
It's 4s, right?
Yep.
So I've got 2.
2 to
2
2.
here as well.
Yep.
All right, so we had a tie in that instance. We find out what happens to the defender was equal to the attacker, so he will take 1 fatigue. The attacker must retreat and take 2 fatigue.
Okay. And a retreat is a 3-inch move or a 6-inch?
6-inch. It is a 6-inch move, and you wind up facing the same way. You do not turn around. Yeah, I see why nobody likes rosters now. I do.
Mm-hmm.
So, Doug, you were, again, Boyer, 12th line?
12th line.
Yeah, so you take 1. And Zeke, you were Liechtenstein.
Mm-hmm.
You take 2. Where are you? And that was IR 12, correct? No, it's not. It's the light. It's the light.
First light.
First light.
Liechtenstein's first light. There they are. Taking 2, leaving them with 4. Excellent. Next melee.
Okay, next is the 1st Brigade, number 56, von Kaiser, into the 85th line.
Well, since I drifted over here to von Kaiser, 1st Brigade, which infantry regiment?
Number 56.
56. That is a base of 6. And Doug, who are you?
I am 85th line.
Dupla. So that's 6 to 6. It's going to be the same. It's going to be the
Yep.
pretty much the same deal.
Yep.
As far as I can. Oh no, he's not undersized this time.
Okay, so this time I roll 5.
5.
Yeah,
Yep,
5 to 5.
5 to 5.
Okay.
Three, 1.
Oof.
Ooh, yes. So it's actually the same result. So Doug takes 1, and you take 2 and retreat.
Okay.
You have been repulsed, sir. And that was not Lorenz. Where did he go? Dupelin. Dupelin, 85th line. And Zeke, you were von Kaiser, 56, taking 2.
Yep.
Strong repulse. All right. Is that all of our melees? I think it is. All right, and that should bring us to the end of the turn. But before we do that, Zeke has to roll a die. If Zeke rolls a 5 or a 6, the game is ending with the Thunderstorm.
Right, here we go. 3.
Game continues.
All right, we're
Turn
at
31.
31.
So we just switch it back on Lisa. Okay.
Oh, Modice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good to go.
Okay. Let's activate these 5 guys right here.
Groovy. Squeal. The pig of Royth is not intimidated by your silly knees bent running around advancing behavior.
The Pig of Royth is my close friend.
It was funny right outside the Schloss Egmühl. There's a very big piggery right there, and Edward was fascinated by the sows that were wallowing, and and the farmer came out and said, and in German, "If you want him, you can have him. She's a bad one."
All right, those were those 5. Do I have dice?
Yep, you still have movement.
Yeah. Well, there's really no point in getting shot in the face. We'll go ahead and activate these 3.
Okay.
And what's the problem if I use vigorous?
If you use vigorous, he can't do his command thing. You know how a commander can always just throw himself down and say, "I move these guys."
Oh, okay.
He can jump back out even after you've done individual activations. He can just jump into a bunch of guys in a radius and say, "All you go this way, 1 point at a time." He can't do that.
All right. Well, he doesn't care because he is Devu.
He is vigorous,
and he is going to be vigorous now.
All right.
Since he was lethargic. He's...
Smack.
Yelling assorted French curses and smelling of onion.
More like garlic, but you say so. Smack.
Take some of that. Too far.
He's a no-see-ums.
Not touching you.
Not touching you. Not touching you.
All right, that was 3. Do I have any more?
Okay, so it was... How many was that total? The first activation was...
So the first activation was 5. So this is 8.
Are you?
Okay, yeah, you...
Are you using Devu? Because then you get to
but I
have
used
it.
vigorous, right? So I halved it.
Okay, so the second one was
2.
actually...
The second one was 2.
Correct.
Okay, so then you are still good.
Okay. In a move that will surprise all of us, I'm activating this cavalry.
All right. Yep. They've had their own separate battle over here.
They have.
Nobody seems to care what's going on at Teugn-Hausen.
These guys pretty much accomplished their mission. I'm pretty happy with what they managed to do.
I get what you're saying.
So they sort of moved through that tree. All right. as the cavalry runs pell-mell back to Dinsling. That was another 4.
Okay. Yeah, you're out.
All right. Kind of what I figured. Okay, well, in that case,
Shooting.
yeah, we've got the 21st line
Boy.
is going to return the favor to Infantry Regiment 38.
All right. You're shooting at infantry, so now you do get a bonus. You're at close range, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
So 5 dice with a bonus. So 1-5 counts. Two.
2 hits.
And that was on IR 38 from Bieber.
Mm-hmm.
I am formally and forever questioning the logic of roster games. Pew pew to Bieber. Got him.
All right. There's no other shootification,
Roger that.
so we just got this melee here.
And I'm assuming, even though you actually did manage to strike him, I know
Right.
you had the move. So here's Zeke, what you got to do. Liechtenstein, that's IR 12. Liechtenstein's IR 12 is going to get 6 dice. You've got to
Okay.
allocate them between Doug's 2 units.
Okay. Am I allowed to put them all on
Well,
one, I guess?
I
Or
don't
no?
think you are. But
No, I
let's-
think you have to break them up
Yeah.
roughly
Okay.
equally, if I remember correctly.
Let's see what the rules doth say. However, sometimes the attacker charges one defender and ends up contacting another. You must allocate your dice among the defending units. Same thing here. The active player calculates how many dice his units will have, then divides them between the defending units according to the following limitation. It's occupation of frontage.
Oh, okay. Well, this would be a pretty 50-50 split then.
Yeah,
I
it looks
think.
like a pretty even Steven right there.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
If the attacker has more than one unit in contact with a single defender, each attacker allocates its dice against the defender. Okay. It is possible that combats may become complex. I see. He doesn't. You just get to roll all your dice as one, Doug.
Right.
Okay, so he doesn't allocate. You only allocate if you attack that way. Had he attacked you, he would have to allocate. But you're just going to roll all your dice as one.
Yeah, what's he gonna do though?
He gets to roll his one group of dice. This is devastating for him. He's going to roll one set of dice against all these dice.
Oh, okay. I got it.
That
it.
actually makes sense.
Yeah. Yes, it does. Yeah.
Okay. So Dupelin and Boyer. Which Dupelin is? That's the 85th line, correct?
85th is one of them, yeah.
Yeah. 85th and 12th line.
85th and 12th. So that's 5 for the 85th. 5 dice for the 85th. Where's the 12th? There it is. And also 5, no modifier. So 10 dice. And
Whoop.
go ahead. Oh no, yeah, you want to wait for that. So it's going to be a total of 10. And then what do we got for who are you attacking again?
For Regiment 12.
IR 12. There it is. 6. You're both in rough terrain.
Difficult.
So that means 1 off for each of you. So that takes you down to 8. Doug, it takes him down to 4. Anything else? I don't think so. All right, Doug, you roll 8 dice, and Zeke, you roll 4.
Okay.
Ooh, that looks ugly.
But you still win. Looking for 4s. Let me see if my counts are
Yep.
right. 3 to 2, right?
Correct.
All right, what that's going to do is defender score was encountered. You're going to take 1 fatigue, Z, because that is the difference, and then you're going to retreat.
This will be an about face, and then
That's the one retreat, exactly. And then your guys, Doug, are going to take 1 fatigue each. So it's 1 fatigue each.
now if my retreat would put me basically occupying the same space as another unit, would I go past
Yes,
them?
you go through, past and through. All right, forgive me. Doug, you were Dupalin.
Mm-hmm.
Down
85th line
and
and 12th line.
12th line. I believe he was also a 5. There. And Zeke, you caught a... Which regiment was that, Zeke?
That was number 12
Number 12.
of Von Lickers. I think it's these guys. Brigade, hold on,
12.
yeah, First Brigade.
You gotta circle them for me. I don't know why I'm not seeing them.
Yeah.
Those guys there, thank you. 1. Beep. All right. Doug, you may advance into that space if you wish.
I do not wish.
Okay. I think that's it, right? Was all the fighty?
Correct. Yep.
All the fighty, all the shooty is done. We now leap over and let Doug roll a die. And if I'm not mistaken, we're on turn 31. So, on a 4 to a 6, the thunderstorm will come.
There we go.
That's game. So it's pretty clearly a draw, as Doug predicted. It's now pouring rain out here on the fields of Bavaria, and these guys have seen the better of it. All right. That's, because just to remind everybody who didn't watch the previous video, the victory conditions are either breaking the opponent's army, both of them have 7, and frankly, nobody sustained a morale loss.
No.
And the other one was controlling both Teugn and Hausen, and they have 1 apiece, so that doesn't count. That leaves us with a draw. So, Davout, as you said, Doug, got lethargic late in the day. Didn't quite get a push as far forward as he might have. But also a lot of early maneuvering through the trees. Cool.
Yeah, well, with the Austrians did not defend the ridge line, tree line.
Correct.
As they did historically.
Right. Which isn't a stupid move.
No, it's not a stupid move. It's wasn't a bad idea for the Austrians to fall back. It does mean that there wasn't combat as there was historically.
Yeah, and
you just run out of day.
Yep. And it's fair to observe that's the Austrians thought they were going to cut off Davout. Charles's whole point in this exercise is to catch Davout before he can reunite with the rest of Napoleon's army.
Right.
And with a draw in place, I guess you would say Napoleon's able to make his way back.
Yeah, it's a tactical draw. It's a strategic French win.
Yep.
In that Davout can continue to withdraw. I mean, the limit of the French advance here is roughly historical.
That's right. I mean, it's right here. That's really fascinating now that I look at this. Aw, that makes me so happy. You see right here, Infantry Regiment 23, Liechtenstein. There's a famous moment in the battle where Liechtenstein his guys don't want it because these guys are up here in these trees right here. He grabs the flag and says, "Follow me, boys," and he charges them into these trees. And damn near gets himself killed, but it becomes this famous moment in the battle. And this tree line is still pretty much right where it is. So that's, well, at least, so Doug, your point is well taken. That this is the French advance. It's just there were no Austrians to fight.
Right.
So, and here they come. So very cool. Well, like I say, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset this, which is going to take a little more work on my part. The one thing with Elan, Doug, that you were talking about, if I'm going to put it on here, you still have to write down what the maximum Elan is, because you can do that rally thing. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Elan and then a line underneath it for current Elan.
Right.
Which isn't all that hard, actually.
No, that's not a bad way to do it if you're going to use minis versus the cards.
I want to use minis. I like this. This looks great. This looks like
it works. Yeah, it really works.
I'm just realizing I'm gonna have to be a little more modest and make sure I'm only doing a Wagram one core at a time, or I will go crazy. Because I forget how big the Wagram table, but I believe it's very nearly twice this big.
I can believe that.
So it's and that's when we want to get a bunch of core commanders and stuff like that. So we'll do that. All right, very cool. Well, all right, we're going to go back to Sean Connery because I think that's the right thing to do. This has been a special. I'm
gonna vote my cavalry division as my MVP because
they did a good job pinning down these grenadiers.
They really did. They kept pretty much 2 divisions out of the fight.
No, that's not wrong. That's not wrong. I definitely think that they did a nice job. And also, to your point that you've made earlier about the strengths of an operational system that Blucher allows, the idea that you would have these units floating around and near the battle and this whole sub-fight, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like that. All right. Well, I will again go back to Zardoz. Thank you, Sean, for everything. And thank you both gentlemen for playing. I'm going to very quickly go over here, see if anybody else is still in chat. We actually had a bunch of folks join us on and off. Oh. Red Sax says hello. And he has to catch this after the stream. What was your question, Hess? Those Austrian artillerists have the patience of Job. I know I would be shooting the core up. I mean, I was thinking about that too. Using a damage marker for current Elan, that's not stupid because I do love my damage marker, and I use it for everything. But yeah, which one is he talking about? Yes. Oh, these guys here. He said they've got the patience of Job because which ones are you talking about? Those Austrian artillerists have the patience of Job, or is it west of Reuth, or is it east of Reuth? Well, Reuth is back here, so I'm assuming he's talking about these guys. Because heaven knows Doug was doing everything in his power to make sure he was not suddenly magically appearing out of these trees.
That's right.
So there's no question there that that would have been at least an interesting bit of shooting. But
yeah, well, had I had the moves, then these guys here in the center that I was moving up, supported by this artillery, I would have launched the attack with all of 2nd and 4th divisions towards Hausen.
Sure.
Right? And
since the grenadiers are roughly the length of the Bible away.
Right. That a few more turns, then we do get a fight here as 2nd and 4th actually make this attack.
Yes.
And it puts the Austrians in a little bit of a bind because, okay, do they take it on this flank from these guys, or do they allow these guys to envelop them? And it's kind of a fighting withdrawal by the Austrians back towards Hausen then.
Well, and the bulk of the Austrian artillery was situated down here.
Right.
Okay.
But that was the reserve that they had set up pending all these guys. Because as Doug says, the bulk of the Austrian army is in an arc from here to about there.
Right.
And it's Davout's initiative that as he's coming onto the board this way to push the troops up here into this little finger right. And he actually sends a bunch of guys into Reuth, which is right there, tries to flank all these guys because all day long these Peter Vardine Grenzers are in this space shooting the bejesus out of the French right flank. And finally he tells the 10th and the 57th, get them out of there. And he does. And in fact, then they push in and they start pouring fire into Colorado and these guys that are sitting further up the hill.
I wonder if the game would play a lot different too if you made Reuth actually an objective, so that it was 2 out of 3.
That's an interesting question. Yeah, I don't know.
Because then it would have, at least for me, it would have been incentive to push more aggressively when I didn't have a lot of guys on the field over here.
Well, it's interesting to me, and I'd be curious to know Ross's comments on this. This is a game where clearly the game says, look, if you don't want to fight, we're not going to make you.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, we're not, and that's not wrong. I mean, there's, and Doug's point is correct. The urgency of the Austrians is strategic. It's not tactical. This was a case where they wanted to keep Davout from being able to join up for Egmont. So, yeah, I kind of like Hasdrubal's point that probably using those damage markers. Oh.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Okay, so what Hasdrubal is saying, the artillery can shoot one base width into the woods.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Well, how far are you in? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're under cover, but you could have got to them.
Well, remember,
okay.
You don't get cover with musketry or fire.
Yeah, you do with artillery.
Artillery, yes, you do. Yes. There you go. So, yeah, that would have been a disadvantage, but I think he's already... well, no, he's not on range, is he? Good question. Nope. That would have pushed you to a penalty because you're within canister range. Or whatever that short range is.
Okay.
Right.
That's good. I'll keep that in mind for future.
Yeah, that's a good note. I shouldn't mind having at this again sometime once I can get this fixed up and ready for posting. But it's in pretty good shape. All right, awesome. Well, first let me cancel the broadcast. Go here, see if anybody else has any final thoughts. Thanks for everybody who came to hang out and who watches this later. It's always appreciated. And by the way, we knocked it off in a little over an hour and a half. So that's pretty good too. But to everyone who watched and everyone who watches later, again, armchairdragoons.com. Come on in and join us. But in the meanwhile, have a great Sunday.